Well, good evening, good morning, good night, good day, wherever you are in the world. This is Dr. Jacqueline King, and I am back. I was here earlier, but I'm back. And I always say we bring amazing people to you doing amazing things, and tonight will not disappoint you. I have
That's it, Coriya.
Coriya Burns, and I'll give you a little background. Some know her as Coriya or CB on Praise 102.5 as C Burns, but she's just Coriya.
Yes.
Okay, she was a distinguished senior integrated media specialist before being promoted to general sales manager over WPZE, WAM J-HD2, WAMJ,
Mhm.
and WHTA. She received honorable mentions in the area of course, I lost my, in the areas of course, it wants to keep going down, in the areas of sales, top salesperson, employee of the month, sales employee of the month, and employee of the year. Contrary to belief, she earned a degree in forest research management from the University of Tennessee in
Mhm.
1995. Who would have thought? Who would have thought this young Coriya, born in Washington, D.C., raised in Memphis, Tennessee, would even be interested in radio? But she is a natural, with her mother and father and sister all being musicians. It is not a surprise she was led into entertainment. And here you are.
Here I am.
Your
Here I
bio is
am.
so long, I'm just not going to read the whole thing.
No, definitely not. There's no that. Look, I'm where I'm supposed to be. I study trees, but I'm where I'm supposed to be.
You are definitely where you're supposed to be with us tonight, and we're glad to have you. And how
Yes.
are you doing, Coriya?
You know what? I am doing well. I am. It was a busy Monday, but I'm doing well, and I'm grateful to be here and on this live with you. Just the connection that we've made has been instantaneous, so I'm excited about it.
I'm excited too. So, what you don't know about this beautiful queen is she was the MC of our Lifetime Presidential Awards banquet that we had back in August. And she did an amazing job. And I was all automatically, I gravitated toward not just her professionalism, but her spiritual side. Now, see, she's a quiet storm. She can rip it up, and you don't even know you've been hit. She only
Oh,
look. We only got just a little bitty, a
oh,
little
wow.
sample of it. But this is a bad sister right here.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
just
Thank
saying
you.
what I know. So tell us a little bit about your, what you do. You're on Radio One, right?
So I am with Radio One. This August will be my 30th year, coming
Wow.
up on my 30th year
You
at
you
Radio
you
One.
started when you was 15.
Exactly. That's it. Yeah, that's exactly it. But just blessed. I mean, how many people can say, that they've spent that much time at a company and, and not having studied mass communication, journalism, or anything like that? Like I said, I studied forestry. I studied trees for 4 years
Wow.
and tried to get away from the entertainment industry as much as I could because my family was all in entertainment and I still ended up there. So, what I do on a day to day basis is I manage the advertising and sales departments for
Wow.
Magic 1075, 97.5, Classics 1029, Hot 1079, and Praise 102.5, Atlanta's inspiration station.
That's pretty awesome. That really is pretty awesome that you do all that. And so 30 years, that's a long time, lady.
No, I know. What a blessing. And I have done it all. I have answered the phones. I have put up the mail. I have taken out the trash. I have been a sales assistant. I have been a promotions tech. I've been an on-air personality. Um, I've been an account executive and now general sales manager.
Yeah, so we just want the people, if you're tuning in, let us know where you're tuning in from. We'd love to give you a shout out and share the broadcast. So, you got a lot of stuff that's going on. So you, first of all, I know you love Ghana. Let's talk
Yes.
about that first.
Oh boy. So yeah, about 3 years ago, I got asked to participate in a panel for media and entertainment that was going to be broadcast in Ghana. And the young lady who was moderating the panel said, "You just need to come. You've never been to Africa? Like, what? You've done all this traveling?" At the time, I think I'd been to about 18 different countries. She said, "That's just crazy." I said, "You know what? You're right." And I went to Ghana the first time, July of 2021. And I went back in November. I went back the following March. It just really became my happy place. And I was a one destination person. I went to a destination and then I didn't want to go back again. I was like, okay, check that off the list. But there was something so special about Ghana. And you'll hear this, I'm sure, from other people that have gone that just kept drawing me back. And then last year, an uncle of mine said, "Don't you go back to the motherland without me." And I said, okay. So this young lady that had moderated the panel that became a very good friend of mine, a sister of mine, said, you know what, let me just put together something. Maybe 3 or 4 people will come, to Ghana with you. I mean, because Ghana's not Cancun. Well, Dr. King, 17 people followed me to Ghana.
Wow.
17. We did a video. I had videographers follow us around. I didn't know that that would be the first of many. And that video now has over 400,000 views on
Oh,
YouTube.
wow.
Yes,
That's awesome.
absolutely.
I want to say a quick shout out to Cynthia Hall Gardner. She's from Fort Wayne. Thank you, Cynthia, for joining. Share the broadcast. That is pretty amazing. And so, do you go on missions or do you just go for fun?
I now take groups over to Ghana. I just completed my 5th group trip that I organized in December. But every time I go to Ghana, I give back. I give back because I feel like I get so much. So there's an orphanage that I've kind of taken under my wing. Out in just outside of the city of Ghana. I've gone there. This last time I went to a hospital just outside of the city, and we took care of the bill of some mothers that were stuck there, to be honest, not able to leave with their children because they weren't able to pay their hospital bill.
Mm.
So we did that. We've done some work with autism there because that is still the information that they need, and the studies and the research they need is slow coming. So I've worked with some organizations as it relates to autism. But every time I go, whether I'm going by myself or with a group, I always give back.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And so you do, and Coriya is going to be working with BWE. We're going to be doing some events, and we hope to take a group of women to Ghana and do some other amazing things because we are so connected,
Yeah,
like-minded about making things happen. And that's what I'm all about. That's what she's all about. So it
absolutely.
was only a natural fit that we've come together and make things happen. So we're looking forward to that. Again, if you're tuning in, let us know where you're tuning in from. Share the broadcast. So you got something big coming up. Let's talk about that.
I do. I do. I am about to celebrate 12 years for, I was going to say a little event, but it's not little, for an event called Faith Board Experience. 12 years ago, a girlfriend of mine, we had a girls' weekend at this beautiful resort. And she said, "Oh, we should do vision boards." And Dr. King, I said, "I don't want to do," and oh, sorry about that.
You're muted.
I apologize. That's real life. But
That's right.
yeah, so we went to this resort to do a girls' trip, and she said, "Why don't we do vision boards?" And I said, "I don't want to do an arts and crafts project. We're at the Ritz Carlton. I want to enjoy this resort." I'd never done a vision board. And at the end of when we put these boards together, we put them all on a table and we prayed over them. And I
Mm.
took that very serious. I took it so serious that when I got home, I said to myself, Self, you did not do yourself justice with this vision board. So I made some tweaks to mine after I prayed and asked God what it is that He would have me to do that coming year. And one by one, things started to manifest. And I was like, Lord, what is going on?
Mm.
And I said to myself, I said, you know what? This is not a vision board because of it's a faith board. It's a faith board because I paused and I asked God what it was that He had for me. And then I listened. I just didn't climb up and, and write down what God said, but I listened what God had to say back to me. And then I put the things on the board once God told me what it was that He wanted me to do. And from there, I just gathered some people in my living room the following year. And I said, we're going to do faith boards. And I said, these people are probably going to think I'm nuts. And the year after that, I think I was in a daycare center. And the year after that, and every year, God told me to just expand. He said, I want you to go get a bigger venue. I'm like, Lord, they don't know what this is. It's kind of hard to explain. And it was in the beginning. But it just kept growing and growing and growing. And now we're in our 12th year of faith board
And
experience.
I know it went by fast. Hello, Dawn. Dawn is here from Columbus, and Ebony is here from Chicago. So tell me how this works. They have to be in person, or do you do virtual as well?
So I've done both. The event that I do every year, Faith Board Experience, is in person. But the beautiful thing is, I do the event in January, and then I do a 30-day check in, and then we do a mid year meetup, and we do a finish strong call. I've done them in Oklahoma. I've been to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I'm trying to think of all the places I've been. I've been to Tennessee and I've been to Florida. So I've actually done them in different parts of the country where people may do them, for their church. I've done sororities. I've done the NAACP a couple
Mm.
times here in Metro Georgia. So that has been phenomenal. But I've been able to move around quite a bit. But the one that I do here in Atlanta will be this Saturday.
Okay. So, I mean, the women who are in Atlanta, we're kind of not giving you a whole lot of leeway to get in there. But if they wanted to come, how would they register?
They could absolutely register at faithboard2025.eventbrite.com. Everything just the way that it sounds, and it's spelled faith board, just like a board, and then 2025.eventbrite.com.
Yeah. You ever thought about having a simultaneous virtual while you're having the live?
You know what? I haven't been able to find anyone to help me facilitate that. So I hope that after this year, because my mother, she said, I would really love to be there, but not quite, wanting to move around too much. So I have got to get that on my list of things. You know what? It needs to go on my faith board for
I know. I
2025.
I think that we can make it happen through VWE. Hello, Thomas from California, and let's see, we have somebody from Austin, Texas. Anybody coming in from Atlanta or Georgia? Because I think I think we're live on our Atlanta page. I can't even remember, but we'll rebroadcast.
Okay.
So tell me how this works for the faith.
Absolutely. So the first thing I ask everybody to do is just to pause, pause and think about, what it is that you want to do, but then ask God, is this really what I should be doing? Is it really time for whatever that A, B, and C is? We have panelists that come in. I have a financial literacy person that comes in. We have people who talk about insurance. We have a health and fitness expert that comes in. We have a self-care expert. Generational wealth, we'll talk about that this year. So we have this panel as well. But we take time to really, really pause and say, God, what is it that you would have me to do? And then we do the boards. But most importantly, it just doesn't stop that day. Since that 12 years ago when I first did the first vision board, I've been to a lot of events, and they're really cute, if I might say. And this is no shade to anybody, but a lot of times they're cute. You do these pretty boards, and honestly, by February and March, you don't know where they are. And definitely don't have a community of people pushing you along the way and say, hey, you said you were going to write that book this year. You wanted to start this other business this year. You said you were going to take that solo vacation this year. So that's what we try to do. We try to make sure that it is an absolute year-long connection. I
Yeah.
have a young lady that's going to be giving a testimony this Saturday, who bought her first home. She's been saying it, she said, for years, 3 or 4 years, she said she put it on her vision board that she was going to buy a home. And I had a realtor there last year. They worked together, and she's in her new home as of December 4th, 2024. So we are about results, just like Black women empowered. We don't want it just to be cute or something that you can come to and say, oh, I hung out with my girlfriends. We want you to do the work. And that's the theme for 2025. Do the work.
She's gonna have me there next year doing my networking.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. It's going
But
to be
this
powered by Black women empowered. How about that?
okay, and this is awesome. So glad that we're doing this, and yeah, I like faith board better than vision board because everything that we do, our faith is dependent on how big is your
That's
faith.
right.
I always say, do you trust God? Do you believe that He can do what He said? I mean, if you don't, then you're wasting your time because what faith uh, without works
That's right.
is dead.
Absolutely.
And
Right.
so you have the opportunity now to actually speak those things that be not as though they were.
That's good. Absolutely. Because God can give us the vision, but do we have the faith to carry it across the finish line?
That's exactly right. And
Have to
so
have the faith.
I'm really excited about it. I'm sorry that I won't be there this year, but God willing, I'll be there next year. And
Absolutely.
um, so someone asked me to put it in the post the website. Well, here's the thing: LinkedIn changed, and at LinkedIn it did come up. They changed
Okay.
where when you post a link and it doesn't show up anymore. So what I'll do is after the broadcast, I'll go and post it on the pages because I don't know why they changed it. But let me post it for the Facebook. What's the website?
Faithboard2025.eventbrite.com.
Okay.
And we are going to have a lot of fun this year. We're going to do a full dinner. Like I said, we'll have plenty of
Wait, wait,
testimonies.
wait. Let's get this Facebook. What
Okay,
is it?
faithboard2025.eventbrite.com.
Uh-huh. Yeah, let's get that in there.
Okay.
I think I got it. Hold on. And like I said, I don't think that they let it go on there, but I did go ahead and post it.
Okay.
So it did go to YouTube and Facebook, but I'll
Oh,
have to go
good.
in. If you don't follow us on our we're actually on YouTube and we're also on Facebook. So if you want to go to Black Women Empowered Incorporated, you will be able to see the link on our Facebook and our YouTube channels if you don't get it. But yeah, this is really good. And so, what are some of the test? I know the lady got the house. What are some of the testimonials
Oh,
that you've
gosh.
received? Give me some.
Oh, I'm so excited. So we have one young lady, Valerie Champion, who out of 12 years, she's been to 10 faith board experiences. That ought to tell you something. People keep coming back. And she's not the only one. I think we have one person that's been 11. We actually have several that's been 10. And then we have a lot that have been 9 or more. Valerie has now just completed her 6th book.
Oh wow.
When she came, she had a poetry book that she'd done, and she kept saying, I need to do this more. I need to do this more. I know it's my gift. Just wouldn't push her past it. We put her on a serious, serious system when it came to Faith Board, got her an accountability partner that was not her friend, because I think that was part of the problem. So we try to match people up with accountability partners who will push them along the way. We talked about her. We have Stacey Hayes, who just wanted to travel. But honestly, her circle was just, it was what it was. She wanted to take this solo vacation. So, solo vacations, writing books. We have a young lady, Valeria Vincent, who started her own business. This was probably 8 or 9 faith board experiences ago, where she focused on children with autism. She's doing that. So you name it, businesses, books, solo vacations,
Mm.
wanting to go to Ghana. It was a young lady there last year. She said, I'm going to go. I don't know how I'm going to go. I'm going to go. Well, she went with me this past September and she was there. So just making sure that we take our goals, we have everybody to break them down into mini goals, and then we take those mini goals and we assign tasks to them until we achieve each one of those mini goals. If you do that, eventually you're going to reach, the big goals. So we make sure that there's a system to everything. And again, that we're not just gluing pretty pictures to a board. We don't need to do that. We want to do the work and make sure that the testimonies and the manifestation does what it needs to do.
You know what I like most about this, first of all, because God is in it. That's number one. It's one thing, the Bible says, write the vision, make it plain.
Hmm.
And and so I like the fact that it's God driven. And the other thing is that um you're not just like you said, putting some sticky notes on the thing. And
Right.
I've never done a vision board. I mean, well, I kind of sort of did, but I wouldn't didn't take it serious.
That was me. That was me. I'm telling you.
Like whatever, it's up there, whatever. I didn't even, as a matter of fact, I didn't even look back at it after I finished it. I'm be honest with you. Uh,
Yes.
but I like that, and I'm sure that knowing how you are, scriptures are involved and ministry is
Yes.
involved, which it changes the whole. It changes everything
It does.
in my opinion. And so I'm glad that you're doing this. I really am. I wish we had come on earlier where people could, really get involved. But what you can do is, if you want, you can give them how they can reach you for future events and
Sure.
get on a mailing list or whatever it is that, however they can get involved with this vision God has given you.
Absolutely. So they can also log on to faithboardexperience. .com. So if all else fails, even with, if you can't find us on Eventbrite, if you go to faithboardexperience.com, you can fill out either a contact form there and connect with me, or I am just Coriya on all platforms. JustCoriya on Facebook, Instagram, whatever, Twitter is calling themselves these days, Threads. You can find me at Just Coriya on all platforms. But again, if all else fails, log on to faithboardexperience.com. That site has been up for the last 10 years, and you can connect with me there as well.
Faithboardexperience.com. Make sure
Mhm.
that you do that. Like I said, that we'll be doing some stuff together. Um, and I think so we're gonna plan some women's retreats and
Oh yeah, that
yeah,
would be awesome.
all kind of stuff. Go ahead.
And I was going to say, it's never too late for a faith board. I've had people call me in mid-year. I did one for a chamber of commerce. So it's never too late. Even if we don't get it done in January, we plan something for Black women empowered later on in the year. Or if somebody that's watching or listening, you have a church or organization or auxiliary group or sorority, we can always come and do it whenever you're ready.
And we also can do a virtual one.
Yes, I've
Um,
done it.
and
Hmm.
so because we have so many followers, so many places, and now you don't have to go there. We can do that. So
Absolutely.
we have actually have London on, Toronto. Thank you so
Oh,
much,
wow.
Lorana Kennedy Murray. And Sue Ann, I am not even going to attempt to say your last name, but she is from London. Yeah, we have a lot of amazing women, and I'm sure that they can appreciate you and all that you do and what you're bringing to the table. I certainly do. So what do you want to leave our audience with?
One other thing I do want to mention is if anybody is willing, we have a few young ladies. Not all of them are college students, but we have a couple college students and a few other ladies. If you can't attend and you would love to sponsor a young lady, you can do that as well. I always give you the name of the person that you are sponsoring so you know it's a real person that you're absolutely blessing. But I will say this, in 2025, let's do the work. Let's commit to it. And someone told me that the definition of commitment is doing what we said we would do long after the mood in which we said we would do it. And in January, we know that the gyms are full. People have things that they say that they're going to do. And then by February and March, sometimes they fall off. But let's not do that in 2025. Let's make a year-long plan for our goals and make sure that we stay on track. And if you need help, you can absolutely reach out to me. I have people all the time that are reaching out and just asking in general, how do I do it? How do I get on track? How do I stay on track? And I'm more than happy to offer that information.
So, do you do one-on-one coaching?
I do. I do one-on-one coaching. I appreciate the hybrid. I'll be honest, a little bit more. I do have a nurse right now that I'm working with out of Philadelphia. I like the hybrid a little bit better, just simply because we can do some one-on-one, but then we have a group and a community of women to hold each other accountable as well. But absolutely, we can do coaching as well.
Okay.
Thank you for asking that. That slipped my mind. So thank you for asking.
I try to think of those things that that are going to be beneficial.
Yeah.
This has been great. Oh, by the way, if you all want to get a segment on here, it is not free. You do
As it
have,
should not be.
and so you can reach out at info@blackwomenempowered.org. If you want to get a segment about your business or whatever you're doing, as long as it's nothing crazy, we don't accept any and everything. So I'm not going to say that we do. We are a Christian organization. So, but if you want to get a segment on here, reach out at info@blackwomenempowered.org and we can make that happen for you. Also, you see going down the bottom of the screen, our directory is there. You can get in the directory, showcase your business. We have close to 4 million followers on social media, and Coriya can attest to the magnitude of our
Yes,
following. It's real, and so it gives you more exposure to get in the directive. Prices are so reasonable that you will not get any advertising at that level for the prices that we're, and they're going up in February. So if
absolutely.
you don't get in now, you'll be paying the higher prices. The ones that are already in the directory, their prices will stay the same. But check us out at blackwomenempowereddirectory.com. And Coriya, you are amazing, beautiful, brilliant.
Thank you.
Just she's going to be actually doing some segments on our Black Women Empowered. And she's going to be doing little segments on empowerment, which I think that is so needed. Going through all that we've gone through with the pandemic and now the fires and the tornadoes and the
Yeah,
hurricanes and we need encouragement, and that's what BWE is here for, to encourage you, to uplift, to inspire, to help you get to the next level in your business and your life, your personal life, spiritually, all of that. The total woman.
that's
That's
it.
what we do. So, Coriya, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Again, I'm going to say give out the website again, uh,
Sure.
just in case, and the Eventbrite, so if they
Yes.
want to sign up.
I'll give you faithboardexperience.com because that one is easy. And if you go to the website and you click on Faithboard 2025, that'll even take you to Eventbrite. So that may even be a little bit easier for everybody. Faithboardexperience.com.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Queen.
Thank
And
you.
I look forward to having you come on and inspire our women and
Absolutely.
all that we're going to do together in 2025.
Looking forward to it. Absolutely.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Please share the broadcast. I know it's early. Some people haven't gotten off from work yet. So if you share it, they'll be able to see it. and then they can join. So let's we are our sister's keeper. Let's support one another, okay? God bless you. As I say, I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Until the next time, be blessed.